This evening we talked about a big topic, it's food. It's also a difficult topic because how do you connect blockchain to food and plants and distribution chains?
We're having a sort of inspiration night where we ask food experts to tell us about more about the food track and more about the knowledge they have. So we as blockchain programmers get a better understanding of the food market.
Not only on food, but really on health. How can we solve the health problem here in this little globe that we have? We are trying to make this new narrative, you know? What is our end goal? How far can we stretch our imagination? And that's a real difficult thing to do. We're constantly sort of in between, sort of making the as-is situation a little bit better, and then thinking, no, we should really redesign everything and go that far.
You feel the tension now rising, and I think the teams are getting now to the point where they think, holy moly, I have to now really start to get there and to do it.
It's 2 weeks, huh? We've got 2 weeks. It's like...
I know nothing about food. I only eat it. So it's good to hear from people what the actual problems in the food market are.
Actually, a lot of information and inspiration is coming from the participants.
We have to find new ways to divide the richness of this world. I have a technical background, I have an IT background in my career, and I have this food background. And I see nowadays that these two worlds come together and are really enabling each other and are strengthening each other. We know the value of interconnected chains. And that is a big difference with conventional food, where the big players, which are supermarkets, really try to separate all the chains. So the customer should never know where the product comes from, and should never know what the price of the product was, should never know whether the farmer is able to survive or not on his produce. I am trying to make people aware of new economic models, like a concept of commons, instead of profit-driven business. I am convinced that we have technologies now that if we connect them in a clever way, we can give an identity to food. And we can even give, let's say, even universal rights to plants, to food itself.
I hope we'll get something completely out of the box that no one has thought about.
I believe that blockchain technology opens doors and can disrupt industries that are locked up.
The key challenge is not blockchain. The key challenge is to have this whole solution around blockchain that inspires people to make it, to really break from our systems and let disruption happen.
We already have the components lying around, like we have great sensors, we have a lot of technology, but it's just finding a way of combining things in a way that's beneficial for humanity, I think. That's what we're trying to do.
I'm really excited because it's really, we're thinking jointly and we're sort of questioning everybody's thinking.
As I always say, you know, if people talk about the chain of food, very often they say from farm to fork. But as I always say, no, that's not the right vocabulary. You have to talk from soil to shit.
We thought about really having plants, the molecules of plants, talking to the molecules of our bodies. So there's no interference of no human, but it's just machine to machine that makes the nutrients of the plants and atmosphere going into my ecosystem. Well, that's pretty mind-blowing, I think.
I think it's mostly about empowering people via a system that is open source and useful for everybody.
We're going to win the track because we want food as the theme to be central to blockchain developers and blockchain investors and blockchain thinkers who are going to redesign the world as we have it.
Of course, I'm excited.